Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I bought something stupid. Stick around, it's gonna be really fun. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have something extra special for you. This is quite possibly the dumbest thing I have ever in my life bought on the channel, or possibly ever. This is a fully robotic, self-transforming Optimus Prime. This came up on Hasbro Pulse. I'd say a little bit around October of last year, and it took them about this long to get it from me. This is literally a robot, not a plastic toy, but an actual robot. It self-transforms, it speaks, it moves, it activates on voice commands, it activates on app on your phone. It does all sorts of cool stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to see how colossally I joyfully, happily spent my money on the most ridiculous Optimus Prime I ever bought. Okay, so I have my handy dandy knife to be able to open the box. You can see I haven't even broken the seal on this thing, and I've had it for a couple of days. I don't know why I'm pointing a knife at the camera. Let's just point a knife at the camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up live on camera and hope I don't break the box in terrible, horrible, painful ways that will make me sad. Okay. This is kind of dumb. The phone packing has a handle. I think it's supposed to be a carrying case. We're going to find out. Okay. Immediately I kind of like it. It's got our whole Transformers logo on the front. My wife is behind, actually in front of me, giggling. Because I bought something silly and stupid. And she just likes laughing at me. So, you know, whatever. I don't care. Everybody can laugh at me. It's fine. It's totally fine. You guys aren't going to totally hurt my feelings at all. I'm not going to go in the corner and cry and then just play with my Optimus Prime because I'm a big child. Totally going to do that. And my wife is actively laughing at me now because she's a big jerk and nobody likes her. You can hear her again laughing as she giggles at me relentlessly as I play with my Prime. Because I never grew out of, well, I did for a little while, and then I, came to my senses or out of my senses and started buying them again. So anyway, we're going to do this. Not sure how this, wait, it's got little things on the side. Oh, it's got like a thing here that opens like that, and then it's got another thing over here that opens like that I think allows us to sort of go flat and open, I think. Maybe. Kinda, sorta. How do you open? Aha! Victory! Of a sword. Oh, it's got a hinge. Oh, that's it. That's a hinge, guys. That's actually really neat. Holy crap, what am I looking at? I'm already confused! It's gonna be okay. Just breathe and play with your overly expensive toy. Oh, look, another Roman sword that says, like, Robosen. I don't know what that says. You guys tell me in the comments. Okay, so we're going to put this over here. Wow, it's monstrously huge. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, hi. Hi. It's monstrous. This is quite possibly the biggest Prime I have actually ever bought. Holy crap. I don't have anything to compare it with size-wise, guys. It's just huge, and it wants to transform already on its own. It's probably better when it's on a flat space, but right now it's just kind of like making noises, which you may be able to hear on the camera, but it's kind of terrifying, and I'm going to put it down now. Oh goodness. Okay, there we go. Alright. I have a quick start guidebook. Another crazy, stupid accessory for my crazy, stupid Optimus Prime. I have smokestacks, I think. Yeah, I think those are his smokestacks. They probably packed those separately so they can make this smaller in packaging. We're going to pull up the next silliness. I feel like I'm channeling DJC Game Studios for a moment. Looks like a charging cable. So we're going to put that down as well. We're going to pull up the next thing, which looks like... I don't know what this is. It has an Autobot logo on it, so it's bound to be dope. I have no idea. Okay. Next thing. Oh. Okay, so this is both attached. Alright. So this would be my charging cable for my overly expensive Prime thing. So we're going to put that down as well. And then we're going to close this back up because I thought this was actually going to be like chintzy foam. And it's still very much foam. But it's actually really kind of decently designed for a foam case. I would have preferred a better case. But it's a case, which I didn't have before. So, you know, it's a case. So we're going to work with that. So we're going to snap this closed and put this down. And then we're going to try to slide this back a little bit. So, and I might have to move the camera. I'm going to remove some sticker and some tape off of this. Oh. He's a little freaky. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. I think maybe we got most of the tape off of him. I'm not sure if... I'm going to take a break. I'm going to look at the quick start guide. I'm going to see how to actually turn him on. He may need a charge before I can do much with him, but I did want you guys to see the unboxing. As you can see, he is monstrous in size, which is kind of why I'm in a different area than I normally am when I film these kinds of things. Because he big. He a big boy. He a big chunky boy. And he expensive. He very expensive. I feel like a terrible adult right now. It's a good thing that I stopped pretending to be an adult when I was like, 18. Okay, gonna take a break now and figure this out, and then I'll be back to kind of show you guys the ins and outs of this thing. Maybe I'll run him along the floor in my kitchen and do other silly, goofy, stupid things like that. But we're gonna see how this all turns out. Because right now, he dope, he big, he confusing. We're gonna figure it out. We got this, guys. Okay, so I sort of finished with my break. We're gonna go ahead and power this guy on. Before we do it, I've got a measuring tape here. Because I know many of you guys that collect kind of like to know dimensions on these things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from front to back. He is 1 foot 2 inches. 1 foot 2 inches in length from front to back. He is roughly 6.5 inches tall, height-wise, at his tallest. So when I mean this is a big figure, I mean this is a really, really big figure. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the sheer ridiculousness of what I have purchased. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power it on, and the way he transforms is if I have him transform facing this way, he will end up facing me. But he does some cool stuff when you first turn him on. And a lot of that is meant so that the transformation goes cleanly. So what I'm going to do is power him on. We'll go through a few of his voice commands. He has a few accessories that I didn't point out. He has his energy axe here, which hooks onto his hand. And he has his traditional blaster, his pulse cannon thing here. What was in the box was actually a number of stickers. I don't know if you'll be able to see those or not. But those are some silver Autobot symbols that you can, I guess, put somewhere. I don't really know where I'd want to put them. Anyway, let's go ahead and power him on real quick. So you press and hold the button here at the top for roughly 5 seconds to power him on.
I am the leader of the Autobots.
I'm sorry, I get the giggles every time this thing powers on. I filmed most of this yesterday, and I didn't like the way things were laid out on the desk. I thought it looked a little janky, so I was going to try to refilm it. So here we are. So he's on now, right? So I'm going to turn him around. I've left this kind of in play because it's sort of a marker of he takes up a lot of room when he transforms. We're going to do some size comparisons once I get him transformed so you guys can kind of see just kind of how big he is. I have a few comparisons, one of which is pretty ridiculous, but he's actually pretty close to that in size. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and turn him, well, first off to the side so you can kind of see just how cool he looks. He looks just like his Gen 1 counterpart, just in a gigantic robot form. a literal robot of my absolute childhood cartoon hero. I love this thing. It's so stupid, but I love it. Alright, focus. Okay. So we're gonna move this about right here. And the way you start a command is you say, "Hey, Optimus Prime."
Greetings.
Wait for him to respond, and then you say, "Transform." We didn't quite line that up right. You can kind of see how stupid this is already. This is ridiculous. So, to give you an idea of size, one, I'm going to get the tape measure. He is roughly 19 inches tall, so he is almost 2 feet high. Transform. To give you a better idea for scale, I have another figure here in the back. This is MP52 Optimus Prime. That's
Greetings.
Hi. This is the current standard of a masterpiece Optimus Prime. It's the more cartoon accurate revision of him. I also have the more Japanese, the MP, I want to say 10, and then I have MP1, which I don't have unboxed. So this shows you how tall he is. So let's give you one other comparison. This is Fans Toys Terminus Galactus. This is Omega Supreme. He is within a few inches of being as tall as Omega Supreme. This is one of the largest Transformers I own. It's third party, it's wonderful, it's ridiculous. It doesn't cost nearly as much as this, but this thing transformed is almost as tall as this, if that gives you any idea of the craziness of the scope of this thing. So, by the way, he randomly does an awesome hero pose thing. So let's go through a few commands. Let me slide him back a little more. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Victory.
Knowledge is the pathway to victory.
I adore that. Okay. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Power.
I returned, more powerful than ever.
Wait a minute. Oh my god, the sheer lunacy of what I have purchased. Trust me, it's not lost on me, I promise. Okay. So, we're gonna do what's probably one of my favorite things. If I can get his gun in. He tends to like flex a lot, he moves and kind of breathes. So we're gonna put his gun in his hand. Most of the actions, particularly on the phone app, will tell you whether or not you can have the gun in his hand or not. Most of them don't want the gun in his hand. This one works really well with it. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Engage.
Not let the Decepticons win the war.
That's the best thing. I have had in years. I am still giggling every time that plays. I love that. Okay. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Decepticons!
Autobots, engage the enemy!
I have an entire book. I have a whole book. I have a whole book that has like voice options. And he does more than voice options. I'll be right back. Comes with a list of voice commands. They're all like down here. And there's a ton of just random voice commands in here. I don't know if you can see this. I will try to take a picture and put it on screen so you can see it. It's a little reflective here right now, so it may be hard to see them. But we'll go through some more because it's a fun play and I'm having a blast. Hopefully you're having a good time. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Look out.
Autobots, evasive maneuvers.
Okay. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Protect.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Okay, that kind of gave me goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Hero.
There's a thin line between being a hero and being a memory.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Report.
Decepticons detected.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Are we friends?
You are my friend.
Okay. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Say hello.
Greetings, friend. I am Optimus Prime.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Who are you?
I am Optimus Prime.
That's probably the dumbest one since you have to say his name every time you ask him to do a command. So, by this time, you know his name. It's a thing. Let's see. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Loyalty.
We will never forsake this planet or its people.
I love the fact that they put the music with this. It is such a nice touch. They could have just had him read the lines, but no. They had the music. The freaking music. It's ridiculous, and it's awesome, and I love it. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Calling.
Fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing.
I really feel like he needed his axe for that. I feel like that would have been so much more dramatic. Let me do that again. Hang on. Okay, take two. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Calling.
Fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing.
with the axe. Okay. Let me take this back out. These are a little hard to get in and out of the hands. You just kind of have a post right there, as you can see, and then they just kind of slide in. It looks great. It's really well done. It's just his hand doesn't really seem to open, as far as I can tell. It looks like it's got hinges, but I've never seen them open in the short time that I've been playing with it. So, let's see. What else do we have? Oh yeah. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Move left. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Turn right. Okay, that's just silly. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Move forward.
Let's go.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Turn left. The turning mechanism is a little silly. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transform him again. I'm going to take a break. I'm probably going to put him in the hallway and do something else that's kind of stupid. Because I can, and because I think it'll look neat and you guys will enjoy. Right now, I may move to trying to get some shots of the actual app. There are more actions you can download. There are more actions you can do inside the application. When you're connected via Bluetooth to the application, you cannot use voice commands, so it is exclusively one or the other as far as I can tell. My wife was playing with it the other night and trying to do voice commands while I had the app open, and it didn't seem to do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break here, and I'm going to take a look at some of this, and then we're going to get started by actually having him roll out and do those kinds of features, because he will actually transform and roll forward, which is really amazing. It's actually pretty awesome. So we're going to get started on that. Hang tight. We'll be back. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to hold this GoPro up while we go ahead and go into the application, and I'm going to show you a few features like how to connect to Optimus, and just show you around the actual application. So the actual application is this icon here, which is a little difficult to see, but you can find it very easily on the iTunes store. And when you turn it, it's got actually a really nice animation. It plays the Transformers theme and everything like that as Optimus kind of like transforms and you pop into the actual app itself. So at this point, it's just as simple as hitting connect. Assuming I can hit connect. There we go. And then it should find and connect to Optimus. It'll give you an option corner.
Complete.
And then you probably have off the side that connection was completed. Now, since we're in the application here, I'm going to move this a little bit. Can I get the glare out of here? Killing me. Wanted some light in here, but I didn't want this kind of light. We're going to go ahead and go into actions. And then you can see you've got like the be cool, calling, energon, engage, fight, freedom, grand upper, hero pose, etc. And then you can scroll over and there's a couple more. You can also go here and you can download like new movements and new actions for the figure. Like lightning, boxing, squat exercise. You can play like all these and then you can grab like even more. So people are building things for this all the time and uploading them, which is actually kind of amazing. And a lot of these I unlocked by tying my account to Facebook. So I joined a Facebook group for it. So that was one way of doing things on it. And then you can go into remote control, and then from here you can transform him, you can honk the horn, you can
Don't hold back.
just screen don't hold back, and then you can move him with the dial here, which I'm not going to do because he's on my carpet and it's probably just going to cause a problem. You can also see the battery life of Prime up here, and then you can actually go into like a camera mode where you can actually look through your camera to look at Prime and stuff like that, which is kind of dope. Now, if you go into create, there's two ways to define actions for the figure. You can do customize, and then you can maneuver He's trying to transform on my floor. Oh god, he's gonna fall. Totally gonna fall over.
Customize your arsenal.
Okay. Okay, he didn't fall over and die in a horrible, horrible death. So, you know, that's great. On this, you can just move the arms into different positions and then hit sync. And then you can place it here and you can do a number of actions. And this determines, like, what he'll do when you're doing that. You hit start to start the whole thing. That's how you just manually position him, which I think is actually kind of interesting and neat. And then you can also do... doing stuff off to the side. You can also do block-based. And this is more of like a coding functionality.
Customize your arsenal.
Where you can grab an action, you can do a loop, you can do initial standing, etc. And then you can mess with the joints, the head, the side, blah, 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 blah. And you can do it in a more programmable way, which is actually kind of really nice. It gives you both options of how you actually want to interface with Optimus Prime himself. And I am sorry for the poor lighting on this. I rarely ever film on my phone. And I'm finding I'm quite terrible at it. There are also missions. So you can go into missions and you can do customized or block-based missions. Those are the ones where you basically design actions for them as you go through the various different actions today, take a stand, heroes in, etc. It'll unlock new ones, and a lot of times you get new voice lines, and sometimes new actions will unlock for the figure. So it's kind of a reason for you to kind of go through and essentially just continuously play with your overly expensive figure and add new audio dialogue into the whole rotation and everything like that, which I think is actually really, really nice. I was very happy they added something like this. It's a very interactive application. It's really easy to like kind of design him to do different things, and I think it's great. I think it's a pretty fantastic little app. See, like there's the join the Facebook thing and all that other stuff, and then alright, so there was no other next action. But that's a basic rundown of the application that you'll be playing with to use Optimus Prime when you're not doing the voice commands. And I have not run any problems with it. It's not like crashed, it's not really had any major issues. It's just run very cleanly, and I've been very happy with it. So let's get back to the rest of the review. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Roll out!
Let's roll.
He went out of shot. Okay, we're gonna try to recreate somewhat a small scene from, well, if you don't know, I don't know if you should really be looking at this video anyway. Here we go. Okay, movie car fight scene, take 3, here we go.
Let's roll.
I still missed one. Daggone it.
Optimus Prime reporting. Let's.
There we go. As you can see, I found new ways to amuse myself. I regret nothing. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I'm going to go through 1 or 2 more actions just to show you some of the pre-downloaded features. And what do we call this one? You can actually control him in robot mode and have him move around. And move left, right.
Let's go.
He'll shuffle.
Let's
and
go.
He'll walk forward.
Optimus Prime reporting for duty.
He still moves very oddly. Okay, so we're going to go back to some of the actions here. I love the theme music in the app. It makes me giggle every time. Okay, so we're going to go into actions. And then we're going to tell him to be cool. That chest pose is awesome. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna rotate him around. He's a little get turned in the right direction once he's a little goofed. So, you can actually have him just swing his axe. If he has his axe, he'll swing it. It's the same kind of action that he has when I had him do the other. You can have him do his blaster. And then here's another one that I think is actually kind of cool. Let me see if I can find it here. Here we go.
I need Energon.
So he will absolutely do push-ups. He will do a grand uppercut.
It's now or never.
Which is amazing. We're gonna have him do, let's see. He's got, most of these I've done. Here we go. Here's one called Energon.
I may be low on Energon, but I still have enough to conquer you, Megatron.
That's actually all kinds of epic. So let's have a heart-to-heart about the cost of this figure. This is not an inexpensive figure. It's actually a quite pricey figure. It comes in just under $800. I think it's a little over $8 by the time you do shipping and tax. This is a high-end collectible of Transformers for the avid collector who can afford this kind of figure. Before you invest in one of these, assuming they're still available, I would heavily recommend taking a look at your finances, making sure that you have enough money set aside before you purchase it. I have very much enjoyed my time with this one. I've had a lot of fun with it, but I would be lying if I didn't say that I felt very, very foolish for spending my money on this on multiple occasions. As much as I love it, and as much as I'm having fun with it, and as much as I'm looking forward to seeing it do more and more actions as time goes on. Another concern with this is a lot of the control on this is done through the application which is on your phone. Now, that's a concern for somebody like me who has seen multiple applications go in and out of the store as far as support goes and as OSs move forward. That would mean that the functionality of this will get quite limited once the application goes down. As far as I know, there's no plans to sell a remote or any other way to do it. I would imagine Hasbro will continue to support this application for some time to come, but at some point they are going to stop updating it and you will lose a lot of functionality out of this figure in the future. If that's a concern and a worry for you, I might not pick it up. Another reason I picked it up is because realistically I kind of look at where we're at with the actors who've been playing Optimus Prime and Megatron for all these years, and they are both getting way up there in age, and Peter Cullen spent a lot of time doing a lot of voice recording for this, and it's something that I can keep that will have his voice on it for a significant period of time. That alone makes me smile and it makes me happy. He has voiced one of my favorite cartoon heroes ever. I grew up getting into Transformers and watching it. Optimus Prime was my favorite character out of the series and was always kind of like a cartoon idol of mine as far as when I was growing up. If I was to choose a cartoon hero that was pretty much like a hero of mine, that would have been the one that I would have picked. That's part of the reason that I picked this up. I'm kind of a sucker for a Prime figure, and this is probably the most crazy expensive one that I have ever picked up. And I enjoy it for those reasons. Now, if you do have a tighter budget, if you don't think you're going to be able to afford it or anything like that, I would possibly hold off on this and live vicariously through somebody else. Wait to see if somebody puts it up on eBay for cheap down the road and maybe pick one up then if you still want it, that kind of thing. For me, I plan on kind of keeping it, maybe trying to work it into more on the channel and things like that. I'm looking forward to unlocking more audio logs and things like that, setting up new positions on it, seeing what people put up on the application, and just having a lot of fun with it. I'm quite happy with and comfortable enough with my purchase that I often don't feel as bad as I probably should, having spent this amount of money. I would like to actually kind of stop here and say, make your own call on it. And I know it's kind of a cop-out, but that's kind of what I do on this channel, is everybody has different financial situations, everybody has different budgets. If this is the kind of thing you can afford and you really want, you work it out with your other significant other, you just have enough indispensable income of your own income to spend it on it, then yeah, go ahead and pick it up and have a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. It's really well built. It's just a joy to play with. I still, when I boot it up and I play certain actions and things like that, I giggle and have a good time with it. It's just fun. It was fun to film. It's fun to play with. It's just fun. Right now, though, thank you so much for getting this far. This was a slog. I know it's a long video, but I wanted to cover as much of it as I could, because I was having fun with it, which hopefully you had fun with it as well, and hopefully you'll come back to the channel again if you're not already a subscriber. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification while you're there so that you see all the notifications on it. Make sure to select all, otherwise it won't tell you anything. And if nothing else, if you could just hit the like button for me, and that way I know you kind of enjoyed what I did here with this and had a good time with it. And leave me some comments or something like that. Go ahead and chuckle at me a little bit if you want to about the purchase of this thing, or ask questions. If I can answer them, I will. I've got no problem with that. But you know what? Until next time, happy collecting, happy gaming, and I will see you next time.